was 2011 when I came to Bhagwanti University to continue my bachelor's in technology, like BTech in nanotechnology engineering. Hello, I'm Subodh Kumar. I'm doing my PhD from University of Barcelona in Spain. It was the year 2011 when I came here to study nanotechnology. Right now it's IIT JEE, but right then in 2011 the admissions were taken through AIEEE or India Engineering Entrance Examination, and I found that there is an institute named Bhagwanti University is offering a course in BTech in nanotechnology engineering. At that time, no other institution is offering that course, not even IIT though. So that was my first preference in counseling. So I chose Bhagwanti University. I came here, and I found when I was living in my hostels, even the professor was my hostel warden, so it was major benefit for me to continue my studies. And after that, the professors here are too much supportive for me. Even after leaving the Bhagwanti University, when I went to France to continue my further education, when I needed some extra documents, some documents from the previous university, that is Bhagwanti University, the staff, more specifically, I would like to especially mention my former HOD, Professor Gauss Anand sir, who helped me in every way. Like when I came here, I had no idea what the conference is, what is the research paper, how it is being published, and what is the procedure to write a manuscript and everything. So he helped me to attend the conferences. I attended a number of conferences, which he suggested us that this is one of the finest conferences that you need to attend. So I attended a number of conferences. So I came to know that what the conferences is, how to write a paper, what kind of research papers are there, and finally I got my project in NIT Silchar for 2 months. In that period of 2 months, I did a lot of work in terms of cancer, mainly on targeted drug delivery, and the results were very productive. So I fortunately got a research paper published at that time during my graduation, so this was one of the major asset. And when I applied for my masters in France, that was the major asset that leads me to get the scholarship, like Charpak scholarship. So when I was continuing my masters, I did not to pay any kind of fees because I was completely sponsored by the French government by Charpak fellowship, and that has been possible only because of the cooperation of the research faculties here and the number of facilities apart, not from the institution, like in every university, as in almost every university or every institute in the country or in the whole world, they are providing you the basic support, that mainly the educational support. But here what I got is how to acquire knowledge from the outside as well. And when you are trying to approach to some other institute, they ask you some recommendation letter from the university, some good recommendation from the chancellor as well, some uh, authentication or some agreement with the university. So here my professors were too much supportive. They provided me every document that I needed. So the vice chancellor here, he is ready to get all the supporting documents that is needed, which is outside his domain as well. So let me tell you an incident. When I was about to take my admission in Spain, in University of Barcelona, I needed some documents from the university specifying that my bachelor's is equivalent to the bachelor's of Spain. So I contacted the vice chancellor because it is practically not possible for me to come from Spain to Ajmer to get that single piece of document. So I contacted him. I told him that I need that I'm in problem and I need this document very urgently. The same day he managed to arrange the same document. He prepared that and he couriered it to Spain. That I'm so grateful to him. When I was applying for my masters in Sweden in KTH University, so I needed one more document, that is experience certificate, so that I worked here as a volunteer for different conferences and different extracurricular activities. So I asked my HOD, Professor Gausalan sir, to provide me the certificate, and the same day he provided me the certificate so that I can apply for KTH as well. So these are the kind of supports that I am getting from this. I just wanted to thank more specifically my staff, my professors, and after doing my masters here, after doing my bachelor's here, I went to France to continue my masters. There I pursued my masters in nanotechnology, because nanotechnology demands a lot of funding. The experimental research labs, the instruments, everything is much more expensive, and not only the instruments are expensive, to handling them is even a challenging thing. It requires a lot of funding. So in France, the institute that I'm associated with has a lot of funding, and they are ready to spend a lot of money over it. I got one of the best research facilities to work on nanotechnology. So they have a number of collaborations. They have a rich expansion of collaborations all over the world. So there I came in contact with a professor of Spain, where I did my second masters, and thereafter I continued my PhD. So in between these curricular activities, I also applied for an internship in NTHU, National Tsinghua University in Taiwan. So that I fortunately got accepted for that as well. So I spent like 2 or 3 months there in 2018, and that was one of the wonderful experience and memorable experience. The people of Taiwan are very overwhelming, and they welcome you with true gentleness. And along with this, apart from that facility, one more thing, sorry, I forgot to tell you that during my stay in NTH in Taiwan, I met two of the Nobel laureates, and those were the professors who got Nobel Prize back in 1980s, and it was so fascinating to meet them, to get some of, though the time period was very less for me, like it's only 2 months. It was, I wish I could spend much more time under the guidance of these Nobel laureates. It's so pleasing to meet them. But I'm in touch with them, so probably after finishing my PhD, probably I will apply for my postdoc under their guidance. And it was so overwhelming meeting them. And so yes, so in a nutshell, I would like to say that Bhagwanti University played a vital role in my career. More specifically, if I if the professors and the environment were not so supportive to me, and then it's not practically possible for me to even apply for the masters abroad, because they ask you a lot of documents, a lot of procedures, and for that you need some of the official documents from the university to arrange. And if the professors are not that supportive, it's too hectic. It's a very problematic thing to apply. So I think I'm much more lucky that I got so overwhelming, so supportive professors here, who arranged me each and every document on demand. So I am in Spain. That is practically possible because of the support of the professors here in Bhagwanti University. So I'm very thankful to the professors, to the environment, to the research facilities, and to all the support that they extended to me. Thanks.